tonight, right here on WJX.
I've wondered all my life how I could ever let you go.
WJX radio time is 7:40. Time now for Bolles High School football.
Good evening, everyone. We welcome you by radio to Hodges Field here at the campus of the Bolles School, and tonight's championship ball game between the Crusaders of Bishop Kenny High School and the Bolles Bulldogs. We have a jam-packed house here tonight, standing room only. They started coming in at about 6:30 this evening, and the Bishop Kenny side was filled up at about 7 o'clock.
That's correct. It's really filled up tonight. And, there's still some people coming in. There are a couple of traffic jams out on San Jose Boulevard. So I would estimate we probably have in the neighborhood of about 4,000 people in here now.
And this definitely has to be the number one rivalry in the city of Jacksonville right now. And the Bulldogs have lost the toss. They will kick off. Teeing up the ball out there now, I see is number 33, Mike Motley. And it looks like Greg Kemp is going back into deep safety for the Crusaders as we get set for this championship football game. John, I see going back with Kemp, number 26, Brooke McLean, one of the defensive backs. He is in handling the kicks. And also number 22, Greg Kemp.
Frank, Bolles will be kicking into a fairly strong wind here, probably a 8-10 mile an hour wind. And I'm sure they've elected to do that to have both the wind and the scoreboard in the second quarter. So if they have to make a drive at the end of the second quarter, it's always easier to drive towards the scoreboard.
All right, Motley set to kick now. This ball game is just about underway. People cheering on both sides. And Motley moves forward, and there's a kick. It's going to be a low kick. He'll be taking one of the up men at his own 30-yard line. He runs into one of his own men, comes to the 40. He gets to his own 45-yard line, where he's jumped at that point. Number 5 of the Bulldogs, Tucker Evans. All right, so the Crusaders will have it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line, just across the 45-yard line.
Awfully good field position for the Crusaders to start out with, Frank, with a ball control attack like they have. You'd really like to back them up.
And there's timeout on the field as someone threw a little toilet paper out onto the field as the Crusaders have broken the huddle. They send Tom Shore wide to the left side. Wide to the right side is their wide receiver, Ernest Gibson. Backs are Kemp and Bronner. Anthony Peretti is the quarterback. Split formation. There's a sprint down the right side. Hand off to Peretti. Keeps the ball. Gets over his own left tackle. Gets to about the 48-yard line before it's finally wrapped up, looks like, by Danny Castaneda.
Frank, that's the outside veer play. And he faked the ball to the first man and kept it. Looked like he probably should have handed off.
Out of the huddle come the Crusaders. Wide receivers both sides. Backs will be split. 2 backs will be Greg Kemp and Bronner. Ready under center calling the signals. Second down play for the Crusaders. Hand off to Kemp, trying to go over his own left guard. Kemp is wrapped up in the backfield, and Boo Price made that stop, the nose guard for the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. Ball is just at the Crusader 48-yard line. Shore comes wide to the right, wide to the left goes Gibson. Backs are still split. Anthony Peretti drops straight back. He's looking downfield. He's trying to throw over the left flat. Tatter throws his receiver. That was Ernest Gibson, so it will go incomplete. Bring up a 4th down play for the for the Crusaders from their own 48-yard line. We have 10:25 left in this first quarter.
Very poorly thrown pass by Peretti.
All right, back in punt formation, number 88, Dan Stafford. Back to receive for the Bulldogs, Greg Harris and Doug Fox. Stafford gets the pass from center, gets a high end-over-end kick. Harris is going to take it at his 16-yard line. Fakes the reverse, coming around the left side. He's at the 30. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. Midfield shot. He's at the 20, 35. He might go all the way. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's hit and knocked down at about the 10-yard line.
What a super return, Frank. The Bulldog punt return team had the wall set. There was one player that had a shot at Greg Harris. Harris made a spectacular move on him at about midfield, left him laying on the ground, and it was a foot race for the end zone. The one Kenny player, I believe it was the punter, had an angle on him and was able to run him down and just knock him out of bounds at the 10-yard line. What a super punt return.
I see they marked it now back, John, at about the 14-yard line. In motion to the right side now it goes. All right, wide slot to the right side. Harris in the slot. Hughes and Woodward are the running backs. There's a handoff on the draw play to Hughes over his own right guard. Hughes is breaking tackles. He gets inside the 10-yard line to about the 7-yard line.
It's going to be third and about 1.
All right, let's set that offensive line. McCacker in the center. Dyer Hopkins are the guards. Irwin Burnett the tackles. Mike Cops is the tight end. And the wide receiver, Manuel Perez Alonso. Brad Johnson is the quarterback. Trey Hughes and David Woodward the running backs. Greg Harris the wide receiver. Harris now comes in motion from the wide side to the right side of the field, giving us 2 receivers over. Hand off to Woodward over his own right guard. Woodward tracks in near the 5, perhaps inside the 5-yard line. He's got the first down.
He's down just inside the 4, I believe, Frank, with a little misdirection play, a little counter dive type of action. Once again with Harris in motion, and Kenny seems to be awfully preoccupied with that motion, Frank. All right, slot to the right side this time with Harris in the slot, Perez Alonso out wide. Backs in a split formation. Johnson takes a snap. Hand off to Woodward. Woodward cracks in for near the goal line. He's about the 1-yard line.
So far, Frank, the Bulldogs are coming right at the Crusaders, but they're doing it with a little misdirection, a little trickery that's throwing off the rush of the big Crusader lineman. All right, the Bulldogs break the huddle. Send Perez Alonso to the right side, Harris to the left side. Running backs will be in the I formation with Woodward the deep back. Johnson has his ball club set. Now he signals Harris to come in motion to the right side. Here comes a quick pitch to Woodward around the right side. Woodward's going in, touchdown! David Woodward on the sweep to the left side, went into the end zone, touchdown.
Just a magnificently executed play, Frank. Harris came in and blocked back on the defensive end for Kenny, blocked him above the waist and in the front, so it wasn't a clip or an illegal block. And they ran the quick pitch around outside him. Just a perfectly executed play.
So the Bulldogs, by help of a 70-yard punt return by Greg Harris, have struck with 7:47 left in this first quarter. And now Motley is on to try the extra point. Doug Fox kneeling at the 10. There's the pass to center. The kick's down. The ball's down. The kick's near. It's good. The Bulldogs leading 7-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, there's the kickoff down the field. It's fumbled momentarily, picked up by one of the outbacks again. He gets back to his own 25-yard line, fumbles the ball, but I believe the Crusaders got it. Bishop Kenny, 1st and 10. Wide receivers both sides. Short to the right side. Gibson to the left. Here comes Peretti down the right side. He hands the ball off to Greg Kemp, trying to go over his own right guard, but Kemp is met at the line of scrimmage by Boo Price and Billy
Irwin, Frank. When we were coaching football, we used to call that the no vote. When you run into old 6'6", 220-pound Billy Irwin there, only a junior, I'll tell you what, you just aren't going any further.
Gain of a foot on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 9. Ball is just at the Crusader 28-yard line. They break the huddle, same formation. Shore wide right, Gibson wide left. Backs in a split formation. Pro set. Freddie takes a snap. Freddie running down the right side. Freddie wanting to keep. He gets away from Irwin. Freddie's looking for a pitch man. Freddie crosses the 35 to about the 39-yard line before finally being knocked down by Danny Castaneda. Pretty good run by.
Yes, it was a nice run by Peretti. Irwin made a heck of an effort, Frank. He was blocked and got a piece of Peretti at the line of scrimmage, but was not able to hold on and just didn't get any help.
Okay, so it picks up a first down for the Crusaders. 6:34 left in this first quarter. The Bulldogs leading 7-0. All right, Crusaders break the huddle. Send Shore wide left and wide right is Gibson. Running backs are still Kemp and Bronner. Anthony Peretti is the quarterback. Freddie takes a snap, spreads it down the left side, tries to option. Freddie's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and wrapped up.
George Gaynor, I believe that was, Frank.
And Wilford Line helping out down 10. Ball is at the Crusader 38-yard line. All right, pros set, wide receivers both sides. Freddie drops straight back. He's wanting to throw out here on the side of the shore, and he's hit from behind by Steve McCall back at the 31-yard line. Another on a play, recovered by Boo Price.
Woo! What a play. And Frank, I don't know if you saw it, the key to that play. Lyon coming on the safety blitz, had to be picked up and left nobody to take the weak side linebacker, which was McCall, also coming on the blitz.
So the Bulldogs have it 1st and 10 at the Kenny 34-yard line. All right, Worrell goes in, replacing Trey Hughes in the backfield for the Bulldogs. They're going to go for it. 4th down 4. Ball at the Crusader 29-yard line. All right, wide slot to the right side. Tom Hopkins in to the left side. Johnson trying to throw. He's looking out here. He's trying to throw Worrell coming out of the backfield, but he underthrows him. Johnson under a big rush. Right down.
Holding on the Bulldogs.
Going to be holding on the Bulldogs. So they're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. So the fumble recovery did not turn out to be anything productive for the Bulldogs, except they kept the football for about 2 minutes.
Let me quickly set that crew for you, Frank. A.J. Smith is the referee, Tommy Chandler the umpire, John Elliott the head linesman, Jimmy Tucker the field judge, and Henry Daniels the back judge.
All right, Crusaders on a first down play. Here comes Freddie down the right side, hands the ball off to Greg Camp over his own right guard, but Camp's going to get very short yardage. He crosses the 30 to about the 31-yard line. I'll see Mike Motley, Boo Price, Charlie Perry getting up off the stop.
I think Fitch King in there too, Frank.
He's going to pick up 2, second down 8 from that point.
Frank, it looks like Coach Mike Barrett really has them well prepared against this veer game of the Crusaders.
All right, the Crusaders break the huddle, send Shore wide to the right side, Iglesias is to the left side. Running backs are Kemp and Bronner. Freddie takes a snap. Freddie runs down the right side. He pitches back on the option play to Kemp, going around the left end. Kemp's going to cross the 40 to about the 42, 43-yard line before he's finally knocked out of bounds by Mike Motley. We're 3:15 in this first quarter. The Bulldogs leading 7-0. Crusaders have the football. They break the huddle, send Gibson wide left and Shore wide right. Kemp and Bronner are the running backs. Anthony Peretti is the quarterback. First down play. Peretti sprints out to his left side. He wants to throw. He turns now. He may run down the sidelines. He's going to be hit as he crosses the 40 to about the 42-yard line. And Steve McCall's the man getting up off the tackle.
It's Steve McCall and one other player coming up out of the secondary, and Mike Motley coming across from the middle linebacker.
For the Crusaders, ball at their own 42-yard line as they break the huddle. Takes a snap, comes down the right side of the line, wants to run the option play. He's going to be hit and nailed by Mill Wolf's line at about the line of scrimmage.
Great play. And Frank, that's how you have to defend the outside veer. It's a real gamble, but you got to bring your safety on the quarterback.
And Castaneda had come up, and he was covering Bronner for the pitch. Third down, 7. Pickup of 1 yard on the play. Ball is marked squarely on the Crusader 43-yard line. Out of the huddle they come. Wide left goes Gibson. Wide right comes Shore. Running back still in a split formation. Bulldogs, a 5-3 defense. Peretti sprinting out to his left again. He's been chased by Motley. He's almost going to be caught. He overthrows his receiver. Incomplete. Motley was really bearing down on Peretti, and he decked him just as he threw that ball.
Yes, good, and good coverage by Bobby Raymond out there, Frank. Was in super shape. Just, boy, the Bulldogs are playing some defense in the first quarter here tonight.
All right, so they'll bring up a kicking situation for the Crusaders. Harris and Fox are deep for the Bulldogs, standing about their own 20. He gets the pass in center. He gets the kick away. It's a high kick. It's going to be short. Fox calling for a fair catch. Makes a fair catch at his own 23-yard line. So the Bulldogs will set up their offense. First and 10 at their own 23. 1:44 left in this first quarter. The Bulldogs leading 7-0.
Good move, I think, by Fox.
All right, Dick Swaby goes wide to the right side. Wide to the left comes Manuel Perez Alonso. Bruce Hitchcock now in the slot to the left side.
Run and shoot.
Run and shoot offense. Wide slots both sides. There goes Hitchcock in motion to the right side as Johnson sprints out. He wants to throw. Johnson is going through over the middle. He's got Swaby. Swaby at the 37, 38-yard line. Finally knocked down by Brooke McLean at about the 38. It's going to be enough for a first down for the Bulldogs at their own 38-yard line.
Frank, this is the thing that Coach E.J. McKnight said to us on the pregame scouting report. Kenny covered all four receivers coming off the line extremely well. But when Brad broke the pocket and rolled to his right, the Kenny coverage moved with him, and Schwalbe sat in there in the curl lane and caught the ball, was wide open.
All right, wide spot again. Hitchcock coming in motion to the left side. Johnson looking over the middle. Johnson's trying to throw short. He has his man.
Perez Alonso.
Perez Alonso at the
super
43.
catch. Boy, he stuck that ball in there, too, Frank. I mean, he stuck it in there. And Brad really got rocked. He's up, and I think he's all right, but he really took a shot there.
All right, so let's see. There's no flag on the play. It's going to be a gain of about 5. Second and 5 for the Bulldogs from their own 43-yard line. We're under 1 minute in this first quarter. The Bulldogs leading 7-0. Here comes the wide slot to both sides. Schwalbe and Harris to the right side. Perez Alonso, Hitchcock to the left side. The only running back is David Woodward. Now Hitchcock goes in motion back to the left side. Johnson drops back. There's a handoff on a draw play to Woodward. Woodward comes across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. And he's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. All right, so it's going to be third down 2 for the Bulldogs from their own 46-yard line. They go back to their conventional set now with Schwalbe wide to left, Perez Alonso wide to the right side, Harris wide to the left. Now Harris goes in motion to the inside. Hand off to Woodward up over the middle. Woodward's going to be hit by the middle of the Kenny line. Alcott, Lewis, and Mark Hill. And he's going to be short of that first down, and it looks like the Bulldogs getting their kicking unit in. There's a timeout on the field. Let's just take a timeout here. We'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, fourth down, a long one for the Bulldogs. They're back in front formation. Scott Whirl gets the pass from center, gets the kick away. It's a high spiraling kick. It's going to hit, take a Bulldog bounce at the 20, and it's going to be down at about the 19.5-yard line by the Bulldogs. So the Crusaders will have it at that point, 1st and 10. And with that last play, we ran out of time in the first quarter, so we are underway now in the second quarter. The Bulldogs leading 7-0.
Nice punt by Worrell, Frank. Hung it up there, no possibility of a return.
Crusaders going to take a timeout on the field. Let's take a timeout here. We'll be back. Frank Callahan and John Morgan back here once again at Hodges Field. The Crusaders ready to go with the first down play. Gibson goes wide to the right side. Shore wide to the left side. We now have a slot on the left side. Running backs in a split formation. Anthony Peretti takes the play, tries to spread down, hand off to Bronner over his own right tackle, and Bronner was met at the 20-yard line by about 4 Bulldogs. They almost took the handoff.
Frank, that was exactly the comment I was about to make. He was lucky to get the handoff. The Bulldogs are really coming.
Second down, 10. Ball marked squarely at the Crusader 20-yard line. 11:28 on the turning clock. The Bulldogs leading 7-0 as the Crusaders break the huddle, sending Shore wide to the right side and wide to the left is Moy. Back to pass is Peretti. Pass incomplete. In and out of the hands of Gibson on the right sidelines. Correction, that's Shore on the right sideline. So it's incomplete. Bring up a 3rd and 10. All right, Shore wide to the right side. Gibson wide to the left. Fumble on the play. Ball's bouncing loose back here. It's going to be picked up by Bronner. Bronner's going around the right side. Gets away from one tackler. He's going to be hit, though. He picked up a fumble that's bouncing loose in the backfield. He's going to be hit at about the Crusader 24-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down, but boy.
Frank, I think that startled everyone so badly that nobody penalized it. It was definitely illegal procedure by the Crusaders. They were all moving when the ball was snapped, and inadvertently the center snapped the ball. The quarterback had shifted out, and there was no one there.
All right, Stafford back standing at about his own 8-yard line. Back at their own 45, we have Fox and Harris. There's a low pass from center. He picks it up on the first bounce. Gets a beautiful spiraling kick away. Harris backing up to his 35. Fumbles the ball. Picks it up at the 30. And he's going to be hit. Oh, he reversed it off to Fox. And Fox is hit all the way back at the 25-yard line. John, I'll tell you what. We've really got a crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it's an excellent crowd, Frank. Not only are the stands filled, but the sidelines are filled on the Kinney side. Outside the fence, probably 5, 6 people deep all the way around from one end line to the other end line. And the stands are filled on the bowl side on both sides.
All right, second down 10. Now Summer goes in motion to the left side. Dropping straight back is Johnson. He's looking downfield. He's going to get hit from behind at the 15-yard line. And, boy, he was really racked from the blind side.
Boy, he really gave him a shot, too. Johnson's up, and he's moving around all right.
All right, the Bulldogs will take a timeout here. Let's take one. We'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, Doug Fox into the ballgame now, quarterback. 3rd down, long yardage for the Bulldogs. Same formation, wide slot both sides. There's a handoff to Woodward on a draw play, but Woodward's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be dropped by Mark Hill. The big defensive tackle was the first man to get him. All right, Worrell standing back at his own 1-yard line. Back deep for the Crusaders. I see Scott Brooks McLean. There's a beautiful sprawling kick. McLean's going to call for a fair catch. I thought he does at his own 48-yard line. That was an excellent kick by Worrell.
Oh, boy, that was a super kick, Frank. I was afraid he outkicked his coverage.
Mike Gibson goes wide to the right side. Coming wide to the left is Shore. Running backs are still Kemp and Bronner. Anthony Peretti is your quarterback. First down 10 for the Crusaders. There's a handoff, fumble in the air. It's going to be picked up by the Bulldogs. Rich King grabs that fumble. A flag went down on the play, I thought. Did a flag go down on the other side?
I don't see one.
No.
That's about the 3rd time that the Bulldogs have been right there at what we call the exchange point, where the quarterback makes the handoff or pulls the ball out on the option. A very dangerous point. We've mentioned a couple times they almost took the handoff, and that's exactly what happened. Peretti and Bronner were both hit right at the exchange point. The ball popped up in the air. Defensive tackle Fitch King coming across from the other side, caught it in the air, falling to the ground.
All right, Hughes and accordion, now your running backs. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Crusader 46-yard line. Here comes Johnson sprinting out. Johnson wants to throw quick over here. It's going to be intercepted by the Crusaders. It's intercepted at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Johnson, Joe man can get him. He's at the 25, the 10, going in too slow. It's a touchdown. Gary Holmes, the linebacker who intercepted that Johnson pass, at his own 40-yard line, and he goes in to score with 8:01 left in this first half.
Play with Schwalbe. Just the ball just a hair short of him, and Swafford reached in front and grabbed that football. Just a heck of a defensive play.
John Lewis on to try the point after. The ball's down, kicks in the air. It's good. We're tied up here with 8:01 left. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Short kick is taken by Sonny Seller about his own 15. He gets back to his 24-yard line where he's wrestled to the ground by about 6 of the Crusaders. So the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
A super effort by one player on the Bishop Kenny team turns it into a tie ball game. So we're back to square one.
2nd down, we'll still call it 10. All right, out of the ball game now comes Scott McCachran. Looks like he has some shoulder pad trouble. Harvey J in there now at center. He comes over the ball. Johnson dropping straight back. He's got a big rush again. He sprints out to his right. He's wanting to throw. There's a flag going down in the backfield, and he throws the ball well out of bounds at the Bulldog bench at about the Crusader 40-yard line.
Right, they've already signaled holding on the Bulldogs.
So it's going to put the Dogs back to the 10-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 25 as the Bulldogs break the huddle. Run and shoot offense again. Wide spot both sides. Woodward the only running back. In motion comes Summer to the right side. Sprinting back is Johnson. He's looking downfield. He's throwing over the middle. He's got Harris at the 16-yard line. Harris is wrapped up immediately by Bo Brown, the linebacker, and a flag goes down. And that's going to cost the Crusaders 15 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down 15 for the Bulldogs. The ball is at their own 20.5-yard line. They break the huddle, sending Harris Swalby to the right, Sumner and Perez Alonso to the left side. In motion now goes Harris back to the left side. Dropping back is Johnson. He's sprinting out. He's under pressure. He's going to be hit and dropped all the way back at his 9-yard line as the receivers were colored. And the rain is beginning to pelt us a little bit here, John. All right, so it's going to bring up a 4th down, long 31 yards for the Bulldogs as standing back in his own end zone is Scott Worrell. Back deep for the Crusaders, Brooke McLean. He's standing. Kick is a high end-over-end kick. McLean's going to take a fair catch at the Bulldogs' 38-yard line. So the Crusaders, with excellent field position, will have it 1st and 10 at the Bulldogs' 38-yard line. We have 5:46 left in this first half. We have a tie ball game here, 7-7. And the Crusaders now in control of the football, 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs' 38-yard line.
Yeah, this is going to be a big series right here, Frank.
All right, Gibson wide left, wide right is Shore. Running backs are still Bronner and Kemp with Ferretti the quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Ferretti takes a snap, sprints down the right side. He's going to keep and go off his own left tackle. He's going to be hit and dropped as he gets to the Bulldog 35, perhaps the 36-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. It is going to be a pickup of 4, 2nd down 6. Ball marked squarely on the Bulldog 35-yard line. Now they have a wide slot to the right side. Running back still in a split formation. Ferretti takes a snap. Ferretti drops straight back. He's running real quick. He's in trouble back there. He's going to be hit and dropped back at the 40-yard line by
John Dees.
John Dees, the nose man.
Boy, a super effort by Dees. He was really being taken care of there.
He stepped
One
over
of
the
the
block.
Kenny interior lineman and just ran right on through the block. He used what we call a swim-over technique for a defensive lineman. Kept reaching his arms over the top. Just kept on coming. Forced Ferretti out of the pocket and tackled him from behind.
And it's going to make the loss all the way back to the 40-yard line. 3rd down 11 for the Crusaders. Twin receivers to the left side. Wide receiver to the right side as Ferretti drops straight back. He's wanting to throw. He's looking over here. He's got his receiver. That's Shore. Shore at the 35. Shore at the 33-yard line before Doug Fox wraps him up at that point. It's
Frank,
really
what a heck of an effort. One of the people in on that tackle was John Dees, the nose man. What a super effort.
3rd and 26. And the signal is given by referee A.J. Smith. It is holding against the Crusaders. And here we go. Wide receivers both sides for the Crusaders as they come to the line of scrimmage. Ferretti gets his ball club set. Backs in split formation. Now Kemp comes in motion to the left side. Sprinting out to the left side is Ferretti. Ferretti's in trouble back there, and he's going to be hit back to the 34-yard line.
Mike Motley and
Mark Tony
coming on the blitz.
Mark Tony got him.
Right, but Motley and McCall were both coming on the blitz. Neither one were picked up. Put a lot of pressure on Ferretti, forced him to turn up and run quickly, and Mark Tony sliding down from his defensive tackle position put the hit on him.
And he was helped out again by John Dees. So
Ease is all over that field, Frank.
Fourth down for the Crusaders, and they have about a half mile to go. Looks like 34 yards, and Stafford drops back to his own 20-yard line. Back is Greg Harris at his 32. Pass from center. Stafford gets the kick away. Pretty good rush by the Bulldogs. And Harris is going to call for a fair catch at his 36-yard line. And we had quite an acting job put on there by Mr. Stafford. All right, Bulldogs have it first and 10 at their own 36-yard line. And, John, that was an excellent defensive effort.
Boy, it sure was. That was just what they needed right there.
And Johnson's dropping back to pass again. Johnson throwing over the middle. And in and out of the hands of Greg Harris at the 46-yard line.
As hard as Harris is running back to the inside, Frank, would have been a tough catch.
Second down 10 for the Bulldogs from their 36-yard line. Sumner, Perez Alonso to the left side. Harris, Swalby to the right side. Johnson takes a snap, drops back. He's looking. He wants to throw over the middle. He's got Harris at the 48. Harris to the Kenny 44-yard line. Excellent leaping catch by Greg Harris. Finally knocked down.
Frank, you'd have to think that to make that catch, Harris's arms would have to be at least 4 feet long. I mean, his arms just seem to stretch up 2 feet longer than their normal extension and just pull that ball in with seemingly no effort. What a tremendous catch.
That's going to bring up a second and 40. 2:14 left in this first half. Tie score 7-all. As the Bulldogs break the huddle on a second down 40. Dropping back, hands off to Woodward on the draw play up the middle, but Woodward's going to get back to about the 20-yard line. That's going to be it. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. Now Harris is lined up as a wingback. Harris is in the backfield. All right, Johnson calling signals, backs in the I formation. Long count by Johnson. Johnson picks back. Quick kick by Scott Will. He kicks it to the Kenny 40. Takes a Bulldog bounce to the Kenny 30. To the 27-yard line where it's going to be down by the Bulldogs at the 27. That was a quick kick by Scott Will in there as the deep running back in the I formation.
A heck of a play, Frank. Unexpected. You know, the surprise play, a big factor in a game like this.
And with 58 seconds left in this first half, John, it was an excellent call. So the Crusaders will put it in play first and 10 from their 27-yard line. We're under 1 minute in the first half. We have a tie score at the ball game, 7-7. Clock is running, 50 seconds as the Crusaders break the huddle.
Frank, our statistician, Summers Randolph, informs me that was a 47-yard punt.
All right, Peretti has his ball club set. Peretti drops straight back. He's running so quick out here in the flats, and it's in and out of the hands of his wide receiver, Ernie Gibson. So to bring up a second down 10 for the Crusaders with 38 seconds left in this first half. And the rain is beginning to drip a little more here. John, there are banners all over the field tonight.
Boy, there sure are.
All right, Peretti on the second down. He runs a quarterback draw. Peretti gets to the 30-yard line. He's hit from behind. And let's see who made the stop. I believe that's George Gaynor.
Nice play by Gaynor coming back, pursuing the quarterback.
It's going to bring up a third down 5 for the Crusaders with 22 seconds on a turning clock. In motion now comes Kemp to the left side. Peretti on a handoff to Bronner. Bronner's hit by Mike Motley. And I can't see who the other guy is getting up. John G's back behind the line of scrimmage, 2-yard loss, and that's the end of the first half. Score here, Bolles Bulldogs 7, Bishop Kenny Crusaders 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Jack Bush Toyota South